All right, this is a solo mini mega farm with the hexagon tricky bunker offset core, and it's going to be super nice and super easy. Look at our mini mega farm here. We have over 120 different seeds areas, and we do have to stack a bunch of sprinklers and use a ton of water near a river, but we can seal our lights on the roof above our floor so we can still have 2 layers and the light shines down through our planter pots. And it's going to be super nice and super easy. There's supposed to be 2 square ladder hatches right here, but there's not. You're going to go ahead and open your bunker with that twig roof placement just like this. And then you're going to hop down into your hexagon core, which is going to have an incredible layout with the 3 furnaces for the jump up, spaces for bags, beds, 6, 7, 8 barrels, and demo lag. And the TC upkeep is incredibly easy, just 75 HQM, 6.5k metal, 1.5k stone, if that. Stone is really just used once you're in game for the honeycomb grade, and then door frames. And again, you just open the bunker with the twig roof, but you have to pull off the ladder hatches each time, which is not that bad. You're just gonna go ahead and re-add them just like that, and you could stack 2 of them in the same spot because it's super nice and super easy. And you would close them both just like that. And then again, 120 planter seeds, have to do a bunch of water. So if you want to build this near a river, I usually build a pump base nearby. And then we do have a bunker to the front door there. You could also build it in the jungle near one of those jungle ponds for a pump base in the jungle pond. Go ahead and rotate that wall there. That's supposed to be hard side. And we did not show the mini shooting floor, but it's incredibly small. I'm just using these little bozo peaks right here that aren't really that good, but the footprint is like the smallest of any peak, so it's really just nice that you could just use it just like that. And then I would just add turrets up here because they can crawl up to your shooting floor and outside of it, so don't put any boxes there. And then with turrets right here, do this in the jungle, and then you'll just come back to your base and there'll be empty loot bags on your pyramid. Ask me how I know this is possible. Alright, it's super easy to build. You're just going to find a nice relatively flat spot for your little temple. Even in a jungle, there's some flat spots. Do a twig 1x3 for you to stand on a flat ground area. Do your shadow shifted twig 1x3 off of that. Coming into the corner, crouch, alt, click. Move to the right, that shadow shifted, click. Move to the right, that shadow shifted, click. Very easy. We're going to pick one side to build our base. We're going to do a full hexagon off that one. We're going to upgrade everything but our first triangle. Then we're going to put our TC at the opposite triangle of our twig build out. And we want double doors just because it's going to be a lot easier with garage doors later on. We're going to do a double door guarding that TC early on just to start everything. Then we can go ahead and demolish these not offset twig pieces. And then with our 3 squares and where we build our base, break the empty triangle spot, push the middle square out 1 and cap it with a triangle, break these 2 and bring this forward for the tricky bunker. And then we're just going to upgrade everything on our original plane first so we don't encounter any weird building stuff. And we want all but 2 floors like this towards our empty triangle spot, and then 1 frame right here. And we also want 1 frame right here like that. And we can go ahead and do the double half wall that's coming from our end square and make sure that offsets over it just like that. Upgrade the top half wall and that triangle piece just like that. Go up there, ensure that your bunker is bunkering like that. And this is really important. You need to ensure that it's bunkering with just this second piece is what I found out. We need to abandon this third one completely, but we will put a triangle off it just to save it just in case. I'm going to build out from our center square in like this. And now we're going to make sure our bunker is still working. Everything should still be working, especially when you have that frame there originally. We're like, bum. Now it's open, and now you don't need that third piece that's going to give us a bunch of building errors. Upgrade this one, upgrade a triangle right off the edge here. Then just go ahead and do a regular circle base expansion. And off our side, because we need this empty slot to open the bunker, off the opposite side, we're going to do 1 triangle for our airlock, just like this. And then we'll wall everything off right there. Just like this for a nice shell. Then by this time, hopefully we have a bunch of stuff for our core. To upgrade everything to metal in there. And then we can do the top HQM probably this one. Okay, I'm gonna leave that one brutalist. I can't do anything about it. And then once you have your shell built just like this, we're just gonna make sure we put this seal right here, right from our front door. Make sure they can't pick up. Make sure that one's sheet metal first. And then we're just gonna wall everything off here and make sure our entry is on our bunker opening side. And on this point, we're gonna shift this double square foundation, this double square frame like this. Make sure you clip it on the rear one and then you'll be able to place another one. And we'll do that twig so it actually makes sense. Got 2 twig pieces right there. You could upgrade one from where you're standing, where you placed it, and then you jump up here. Upgrade the other one towards the front. Now you have 2 for your double ladder hatches. Bit of lag. And you may need to place a couple of these up and down like that. And this is coming from, we did not have that third piece over there. And then I was figuring out basically if you abandon this one socket on top of the half wall right here, you don't have to worry about like keeping all the pieces. It's just so much easier if you just don't have this one piece right here. So we're just gonna abandon this one door socket right here because we do get the 2 ladder hatches. We'll make full walls right there and then full walls right here for like a little loot room. And everything else here, we're gonna do 2 half walls right here. It may be kind of weird for you to get the angle. May need to be from under here like this when you put your double door frames here. It's like that. You're just gonna make sure you put 2 half walls on these empty triangle spots right here, even if you have to do them inside or under. And then also right here, you're gonna do half walls. And if you get an error, again, it's usually just the underside like this. That one was just saying this wall was red. So if that's when you abandon just the one on top of the half wall, you pretty much, there's almost like a guarantee you don't get any errors anywhere else. It's really good, really good. And we're just gonna do roof pieces and half walls right here on everything else. And then we can put a just full wall right here, so that's like 2-layer honeycomb. Then we could put a jump up above our bunker. And you might need to go in here like this, get the other angle on it for the doorway. Ladder hatch above. What? It said I don't have stone. Something's up with the server, it's lagging. Anyways, just like this, that's just a second room. You can put some farm stuff in. You can keep upgraded 1 layer above the other stuff. All these sockets here. Put a shelf here for your turrets. All the sockets there. Every single one, every single socket. Go ahead and put roof pieces right here to cover these little gaps in your honeycomb. Just like that. And then we just want 2 half walls and then 2 sets of 2 low walls wherever you want. So I'm going to do half wall here, half wall there, and then 2 sets of 2 low walls. Wait, never mind. It's not wherever you want. It is based on the half walls you put down there in your jump up. That's right here. 2 low walls right here. 2 low walls right here. Half wall right here. On the jump up. And on the front door is half walls. On the turret side bunker opening and the front door are both half walls. The other 4 sides are low walls. And we can put our double door frames right here. you have your what is that, 4 double door frames, just like this, put your square frames for your roof pieces, for your little cheater peak thingies, and they're not that good, but they're very nice for like a small footprint peak, just to get some sort of angle to see outside. Incredible for like small bases like this. And just like that, you get a nice 360 complete shootable angle. Down in here, you can make your little mini farm, put your turrets, have the double ladder hatch, and then we are just going to do the honeycomb out here and the bunker. So you want wood in the front door, wood in front of your front door, and then a raised triangle. This is important. And then everything else is just standard shelling. You just never want to repeat the same foundation, so we're doing squares off the triangles and triangles off the squares, and we don't need these consecutive triangles in the center. See that? There's our hexagon in the center, square, and then a triangle off the square, and our square off the triangle. Go ahead and upgrade everything here. And then you're just going to line everything with the appropriate roof pieces, squares and triangles. And you want to make sure you put a hard side wall towards your front door right there. You can rotate it later. And then double triangle roof pieces here. And a wall right there, just in case if they build a front door. This is usually where they're going to go. Upgrade the one triangle foundation to HQM. Upgrade everything here. This is it fully stone. And then we just want the center pieces metal, and I like to do this one armored right away almost, just to sort of bait them to go through this area, that side. And then armor the core. We're only at 68 HQM right now and 5k stones. And then we're just going to go ahead and upgrade all of this to metal. Everything we can here, if not downgrade our bunker. Upgrade everything to metal here, and just this second floor to HQM. So it's like 30 from the top, or 38. And then again, everything here to sheet once you get the grade, and that way you can camouflage this wherever you want, in a jungle or something. In a jungle with some turrets on your cheater peaks in the jungle. And just like that, very nice. Go ahead and upgrade the ring as well, and you could always upgrade one of these alternatively when you need to place your stuff there. Just keep this socket free on the bottom. You could put something up here or in the back of it here. You can still put a turret back there and still place the turret back there and still place the roof. And upgrade everything here. You can leave these single layers if you want to put a light up there for your farm and then seal the light off. The light will still shine through, and then that way you don't have to deal with anything. And you can still have 2 layers of sheet metal going down into that ring to your farm. Very nice, very easy. Seal the bunker, you get the complete angle just in the back corner of the doorway for it to turn blue. Place that there, it'll be twig, not just immediately sheet metal, and then you just upgrade it. Just like the server is having a fit, having a laugh, but just like that, super nice and super easy.